Welcome to 5-minute summaries. Today we will be dealing with the syllabus of University Grants Commission's NET. The subject name is General Paper on Teaching and Research Aptitude. The main objective of the paper is to assess the teaching and research capabilities of the candidates. That means you will have teaching aptitude session, then research aptitude session. The test aims at assessing the teaching and research aptitude as well. Candidates are expected to possess and exhibit cognitive abilities which include comprehension, analysis, evaluation. Comprehension is reading comprehension. Then data analysis is then evaluation. Then understanding the structure of arguments, deductive and inductive reasoning. These you can find in logical reasoning session. The candidates are also expected to have a general awareness about teaching and learning process in higher education system. You have a section called higher education. Further, they should be aware of interaction between people, environment, natural resources and the impact on the quality of life. That's another session. You have to have a general understanding about people, environment and natural resources. So coming to the detailed syllabus of UGC NET, you have 10 modules and of that the first module is teaching aptitude. Coming to teaching aptitude, it's divided into 4 sessions. In the first session, you have teaching concept, objectives, levels of teaching, that is memory level, understanding level and reflective level, and characteristics and basic requirements. Then you have to know the learner characteristics, like characteristics of adolescent and young adult learners, academic, social, emotional and cognitive individual differences, and factors affecting teaching related to teacher, learner, support materials, instructional facilities, learning environment and institution. Then finally, you have to learn certain methods of teaching in institutions of higher learning, teacher versus learner-centered methods, online and offline methods. Then you have to learn the new methods that are prominent in India, like learning using Swayam Prabha, MOOC programs, massive open online courses programs, etc. So this is the basic outline about teaching aptitude. You can expect that you will have minimum 4 to 5 questions from this section, teaching aptitude. It depends on the person who is putting up the questions, but roughly you can expect 4 to 5 questions from this session. So guys, now we will be focusing on teaching aptitude. First, what is there in the syllabus is concept of teaching. The concept of teaching is something very simple. You can understand that by just looking on to how you are taught in your classrooms. You know, teaching involves 2 things. You are to gain knowledge and skills through teaching. So the objectives of teaching is to equip students with knowledge and skills that will be helpful for them in the later life. In this, you can have a broad understanding of the concept of teaching, that it's intended to make the students learn something and to create opportunities for them and to apply these knowledge in the real life and live a practical life. This is a major concept behind teaching. You are taught to do things in a certain way. Then In this topic, you can take different types of teaching models. There are mainly three different types of teaching models. First one is pedagogy, second one is andragogy, and third one is heutagogy. Pedagogy, it's actually teaching that's done in your schools or colleges. They will be giving you everything, they will be framing whatever they have to teach, and they will be connecting it with things that they have already taught you. Then they will help you to apply these things in your real life, and how you will be taught how to apply this in your real life. That's how pedagogy works. Then there is andragogy. It's mainly adult-centered learning. There is an assumption that you need not depend too much on the teacher as you depend in pedagogical methods. It's very important to learn in the pedagogical manner while you are in primary classes. But when you become an adult, you need not depend on your teachers like that. And in such cases, you can follow the andragogical method, where the learner can learn in his own pace, and he should be self-directed. Then third one is heutagogy. Heutagogy is another type of learning where you can say you can learn things in your pace, and you can decide what you wanted to learn. You will be given all the materials, but you can select things that you wanted to study, and you can ignore things that you don't want to study. So that's the third type, heutagogy. Coming to the next topic, the objectives of teaching. Basically, the objectives of teaching are many. It means the reason or why you taught certain things. There are certain hidden agendas or certain objectives or certain longing for outcomes while someone teaches you something. When your teacher is teaching you something, he or she will be having the objective of making you do certain things. There are two major classifications of the objectives of teaching. First one is by Bloom's, and second one is by Robert Gain and Briggs. Coming to the Bloom's classification, it's normally asked for the UGC NET exam. There are three major objectives for teaching. First one is cognitive domain, then to improve the affective domain, and third one to improve the psychomotor domain. Cognitive domain, as you know, it's to improve the intellectual capability of a person, of a child. And affective domain, it's to improve the emotional capabilities of a child. And the third one, psychomotor domain, it's to improve the skills, the experimental skills, doing things, to improve such things, how to do certain things in a better way. To teach you that, your psychomotor domain is to be improved. So that's also an objective of teaching. Then there is Gain and Briggs classification. According to them, there are mainly 5 categories. First one is intellectual skills, then there is verbal information, motor skills, cognitive strategies, and attitudes. Intellectual skills, your intellect should be developed. Then verbal information, your vocabulary should be improved. You should understand what other person is saying and such things. That's the second objective. Then your cognitive skill, your ability to remember things that you learn, everything should be improved. Then motor skills, how you perform certain tasks, it should be improved, and you should have a better attitude. All these are objectives of teaching. So objectives of teaching may seem a very large topic, but the concepts are very small. Now we will move on to our next topic. So the different levels of teaching are autonomous developmental level, memory level of learning, understanding level, and reflective level. These are the 4 different levels. Of these, we are mostly familiar with MLT, ULT, and RLT. These are the major levels, but autonomous development level is where you or the learner is learning in his or her own pace, and no one is directing. There is no imposition, or no one will be compelling you. It happens when you are in your tender age, where you learn things on your own. Then there is memory level of teaching, where knowledge is given most importance. You will be learning something and your memory will be assessed. Later you come to a stand when your understanding will be tested. That means your learning and your skills both will be included in that. And finally you will reach a situation when you can think on your own, and you can find things on your own. You can experiment, and you can find you can keep your own ideologies and things like that. That happens in the reflective level. This is something in the higher order of the pyramid when we consider the different levels of teaching. So there is one more topic remaining in the first session, but we will be dealing with that in our next video. Thank you.